Hi friends, how are you? I hope you're happy and healthy. Happy Friday. I hope your week was full of blessings and happiness and love. I just wanted to hop on here and share my testimony with y'all. I realize that is something that I have not done, and I recently went to a conference with my church in San Antonio. We took a few classes, and one of the ones I took was about sharing my testimony, so I thought, what better way to practice than here with my friends? This might be a two-part video. I don't know how long it'll be, but here we go. Starting off with what my life was like before I met Christ. So at a very young age, I was put into the foster system, dealing with CPS, therapists, going from children's shelter and living with a foster family for a few years. This foster family was more in it for the money, so they put my brother and I and my sister on medications that we did not need just because they wanted the money. So things like schizophrenia, ADHD, bipolar, we were taking medicines that we just did not need, and we had very adverse reactions to that. Coming out of that, I was adopted at 6 years old into the family that I have now. The family was great. You know, it had its ups and downs, and if you've watched some previous videos, you've seen that my relationship with my parents, it's been a journey. It's not always been good. It is on the mend now. I've never said this online, I don't think, but I was sexually assaulted for many years. Did not talk about it. I went through self-harm. During college, I gained a substantial amount of weight. I completely lost myself and who I was. I don't think I ever really knew who I was until after I came to know Christ, but I just did not have a voice. I did not have a backbone. I could not stand up for myself. I couldn't speak for myself. I just completely lost myself, and I was in a 4-year-long relationship with someone who did not love me. I had to beg for their love. Yeah. After college, life looked a lot different, and we'll get into that. The second point is, how did you know you needed Christ? So it clicked for me actually one day in my senior year of college, and just for reference, I had always known of the Lord and Jesus, and I had always had a love for them in my heart, but I did not know the Lord. I was not reading my Bible. I wasn't praying, stuff like that, going to church. I was not doing any of that. But how I knew that I needed the Lord in my life, I was in a very, very low place. Like I said, I was dealing with self-harm. I was severely depressed, I was anxious. I had actually decided to run to marijuana and smoking, and that was how I sufficed. Go to part 2, sorry.